We're here with Dino Ebel.
Hey, what's
Dino.
up, Philly?
Hey, Dino. How are you?
All right, all good, man.
So
Congratulations.
Hey, we're champions, bringing it home to LA, so we can't wait. Like Dave said, get that parade going, man. We're ready for it.
Dino, can you answer one question for us just real fast? In that big comeback inning, what was, your thoughts? Talk me through that inning, how you saw when Teoscar had that big game time, that blast there. Walk me through your thoughts there when Teoscar put that one over Aaron Judge's head.
Yeah. Actually, the inning opened up. They made a miscue out in center field. Judge took his eye off the ball, and then, the ball was hitting the sixth hole. And Volpe tried to throw to third to get Kike, so then couldn't get that play down. So, you know what? Anytime you get some momentum and it's coming on your side, I've just still felt that, one big hit. And then, then Mookie gets the ground ball to first base, and, they don't cover first. So, in big games like this, you got to play defense. It comes down to defense and pitching. They opened the door for us to get the big hit to score 5 runs. Freddie Freeman, and then Teo knocks that double in to score Freddie. So the momentum shifted. I felt it. We felt it, and it was actually silent. Heard the Dodger fans screaming. So that was the moment that I was living out here in the box.
Yeah, the overwhelming theme for us on the Dodger Blue Channel has been this team has just been relentless, and the relentlessness of it. And if you open the door for them just a slight bit, that talent is going to show through. And it was clear that if you gave them that opportunity, it was going to happen. Out of 5-0, can anybody foresee that being a deficit to come back from? But it's just beautiful, and in a moment that caps off in a terrific season. So we appreciate you, Dodger Blue. Thank you. Terrific work this year, Dino. Thanks for hopping on for just a second.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir.
Can't wait to see everybody. Can't wait. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, just, unbelievable stuff from Dino. Blake's going to keep doing that stuff for us while he's walking around. We're going to see if we can get some through some more of these here. Sean, the 2 best teams in baseball were the Dodgers and the Padres. Good on the Dodgers. I wish we had their payroll. Yeah, I mean, we talked relentlessly. We'll keep that a theme about how the Dodgers and the Padres series was one that felt like a World Series. Anthony, how much weight did you put on that Dodgers Padres series? And were you thankful that it was a 5-gamer and not a 7-gamer just because of the depth the Padres had?
Yeah, you know what? I think if they catch them in the NLCS, I don't know that they have the pitching depth to get through 4 wins. I think they had just enough to push to where they did and got a gem from Yamamoto in the 5th. If they needed another starting pitching performance like that against them, I don't know where it comes from, given how everything had lined up. I think they were actually fortunate to catch them first. And because I do think the Padres are probably the best team they faced during this run. Yeah, I think they were better than the Yankees. At least they matched up better against the Dodgers than the Yankees did. And so I think catching them first, only having to beat them 3 times was actually ended up being an advantage.
Yeah. Matt, anything to add right there?
I mean, do I take my victory lap now or later saying the Dodgers don't need to run from playing the Padres in the playoffs? Like, just
at the same thing. Yeah.
Play your games. If that's who you draw in the postseason, so be it. And one of the reasons, like Anthony just outlined, was everybody was so worried about facing the Padres in the playoffs and this and that. You want to avoid them. Like, okay, if you're so concerned about them, just because they're on the other side of the bracket doesn't mean they're going to magically disappear. Like, at some point, theoretically, you're going to end up playing that team. And so if it is in the NLCS, when you've already gone through 1 round, you're not as healthy or fresh as you potentially were going to be compared to start, the 5-day layoff before it. Yeah. Play them in a shorter series. Like, as Anthony mentioned, you're not going to need as much starting pitching. And so, I don't know. I say that a little bit tongue in cheek, but I do believe, I'm not a fan of tanking. I'm not a fan of trying to manipulate your playoff stuff. Just play the games, and
I got
however the chips fall, they do. And if you're not good enough to beat them, then you probably weren't going to be good enough to win the World Series then.
No doubt. And it's, I think, as we were talking about a lot of the predictions for this Yankee series, and you can only play the team in front of you, right? And that's why people were talking. I think I was on here with Jeff and Anthony, the both of you, and we were talking about predictions for the series, or I forgot the topic, but it was about, don't get too deep into the path that the Yankees took to get there, and an easy path or with whichever, because because you can only play the teams that are in front of you. But what I could speak on is the fact that I've seen this Dodgers team get pressed to the absolute limit and have a plan that works for them with the guys that they had, and they executed it perfectly. And it was talked about being battle tested and going into this Yankee series. And yes, they can. They're the Bronx Bombers. They can do all this. They've got Soto. They've got Judge. They've got Stanton. And I felt like they had the blueprint. They had the blueprint all year how to navigate a bullpen. And I felt that they had the blueprint. They had the blueprint to really get themselves through this Yankee series. And it was like, just, we spoke to Dino about, relentlessness, and you leave the door open. I thought that was a beautiful thing that he spoke to about you give this team, a little bit. They're going to find a way. And it's
All
just
right,
like,
Blake's got another one for us.
there we go. We got,
What's up, y'all?
what's up, Landon? Congratulations on your, your World Series title for you. Speak to it a little bit about this experience for you. And I just want to give you a lot of credit for that performance in Game 4. You did a hell of a job there. So kind of walk me through tonight, that final out. What went through your mind immediately?
Thank you. Yeah, dude. Just honestly, just like still can't fully grasp everything that just happened. I mean, yeah, like as soon as the final out was made, it was just like, just kind of overcome a little bit with just like how special this year has been, just from kind of Korea to the debut to how special this run has been, seeing what this team has battled through to being able to actually hoist that trophy and be world champions my first year in this. I mean, dude, it's just been, it still doesn't even feel real. I think at some point it'll fully hit me, but right now it's just still just insane.
Landon, what's sort of the mood? What's the vibe there? You come off of Game 4 and all that happened there, and then get into a hole early in this game. Sort of what's the mood there at that moment, and how are guys sort of reacting to that?
I mean, obviously, all year we've kind of been tested a lot. We've bounced back and forth. We've really been a resilient team, and so kind of when we got down, like we knew with this lineup, like our guys, like no lead is safe, and so we were still just very confident. You saw Dave early go to the dogs as soon as he could, just to keep it as close as he could, just to battle through it, and so we knew there was a good chance we could come back in that game. We knew it was nowhere near over, and so just knew we were going to battle through it.
Landon, I just want to give you a lot of credit and the stuff that we heard from Dave about, bouncing back from that tough start and coming into the World Series, knowing that we heard Dave, go to you saying, we will need you in this World Series at some point. Kind of, walk us through that scenario of Dave Roberts saying, and your preparedness going into whenever that next start for you was going to be, or that next appearance for you was going to be. And how do you keep yourself ready for, kind of any situation?
Yeah, we obviously after that game, like little rough, was able to learn some stuff from that, figure out a little bit of tipping issues and some other things. Really try to understand like how to mix a little bit better with some of these guys, and so we kind of made some adjustments after that. And then of course the confidence from Dave and all of them to come up to me and really be like, hey, like we know that one didn't go your way, but I promise you're going to be big in this one as we're moving forward. Like you're going to throw big innings, just be ready. And so they just really gave me a lot of confidence going forward with everything that we were working on. And when we finally got out there, we were just very confident, comfortable, and just kind of just wanted to attack and execute everything we were wanting to do.
Yeah, Landon, congratulations. Matt, do you have anything else for Landon? Because I just want to wish him, the best and say, man, you've got a hell of a fastball. And everybody here at DB, Matt, Blake, and I, we really look at all the in-depth analytics there, and we just want to let you know we see what you've got cooking there, buddy. We know what you've got working.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Matt, anything else before we send Landon on his way?
No, just thank you, Landon. I know we talked to you way back earlier this year at a foundation event, and you've always been generous with your time, and including, now tonight. So thank you and congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, let's. I can't wait for this parade. Oh my God.
Yeah, neither can we.